Alright then, hello everyone. So in this video we're just going to do a simple LED test. So this video is going to be shorter than the last one. The whole point of this video is just to make sure we set up everything correctly on the board and that the programmer works without any issues. So I'm going to use one of the example projects that came with the board, and I'm kind of going to show you what you would do if you wanted to try one of your own projects. So first things first, I'm going to go to File, Open Project, and I'm going to browse to the directory where our example code is, which happens to be in Downloads, and then this file, Demo LED Test, and we're going to open this file. Alright, I just want to open the ledtest.v, the Verilog file that came with the example project. Now I do expect that you should be familiar somewhat with Verilog code, but there will be a future tutorial where I kind of go through the ins and outs of simple Verilog, but I'll just do a quick summary. So in this we have a module or function that defines our variables, then we define our timer variable, and then we begin a process where, let's see, begin if reset is 0 and timer is 0, and then we begin our LED control. So we blink each LED. Now normally you'd also assign some pins as well to your signals. So this was already set up, but normally you'd go through your board's data sheet to kind of figure out which signal should belong to which pin. So I just wanted to show that as an example. The next step will be to go to Start Processing and Start Compilation. Now this task can take a few minutes, so I'll just pause the recording here. Alright, so now the compilation was successful. So the next step is to go into Tools, Programmer. Now our output file is already there, and then our hardware setup is to the USB blaster. Now make sure your board is on, and then we will press Start. And success. Now I'll stop the screen recording and I'll set up the camera just to confirm that the board is working correctly. Alright, so as you can see, our LEDs are blinking. 1, 2, 3. So this confirms that we set up our JTAG programmer correctly. So in the next series of videos, I'm going to go through some of the example code that came with the board. And you and I are going to learn about programming this board together. The next video will probably combine a few of those examples just because for the sake of making the video long. I know the YouTube algorithm likes long videos. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.